This is the PayoutLab LabBuilder. In here, you'll get to dynamically tweak different properties to get an in-depth insight of your performance, where your system strengths and weaknesses reside. It can be extremely powerful to help you find an edge within your strategy, fine-tune it to enhance its performance. We have the filter here. You can filter based on the direction. You can filter on the result, instrument, and so on. Points range. The data calculates the points you make on every trade. It also knows how many points you lose, and that's based on your stop loss. So with this data, you can effectively find granularities of your data set and find an edge within that. So let's say you are someone who takes 15 points per trade. Well, you can see how that performance is reflected between 1 and 15. So if I was to change that, you'll see how that reflects on the win rate, the total P&L, average P&L, profit factor, right? And how many trades meet that. You can do the same with P&L range, contracts, group scaled trades. Now, a lot of people, or at least I do this, I like to scale into my trades. And a lot of platforms don't have the ability to kind of differentiate between which trade is scaled and which trade isn't a scale. So you can manually come in here and you can set a time where your scaled trades going in the same direction will be grouped as a single trade. So if I was to tick this, you'll notice that the data changes. If I do 5 minutes, it's going to group all the scaled trades going in the same direction as one single trade. And that's going to be reflected across. Group by. So group by, you can take that a step further and you can start grouping using other variables. So you can group by the points range. So what does that mean? Well, you have the points range of, let's say, 0 to 4, 5 to 9, etc. And now you get to see what your win rate is based on each range. Right now we're looking at longs only. So if I was to do shorts only, it'll give you the data for shorts, what your win rate would be for each range. You can also filter the specific range, and you can go even more granular. So right now it's 0 to 4. Let's say you want 0 to 2. So that would be 3, right? So bucket size points, so that's 3 points. So every 3 points, your data is kind of dissected. So you have your win rate for 0 to 2 points, 0 to 3 to 5, etc. You can sort by natural order, metrics, etc., limit groups. We can tweak the measure. So right now we have the win rate. That can be changed to something else. Could be the profit factor. All of a sudden, data changes to profit factor. We can show the average line. So the average profit factor is 1.30, and we can see which points range data is doing better than the average in this case. We can add a secondary metric, so we can go for the win rate as well. And yeah, now we're seeing the profit factor and win rate. There's so many different ways to use these tools, so many ways to kind of see where the performance or the edge is in your data. We can change the chart type. I can show a data table underneath the chart type. If you want the data to be cumulative, we can also have that. Show a heat map. For heat map, you need to add a secondary metric to group by because it works like a matrix. So I'm going to set this to slide long and short and change this to all. And now we have a points system range with the profit factor for going long and going short. This isn't the complete version of LabBuilder. It is in beta currently, so there will be more changes, more additions to this. It is only going to get more feature rich going forward, but that's the tutorial on how to use it in its current state.